Welcome to Paranormal Northwest. Normally, this is a podcast, but I decided to branch out and show my face. So this is what I look like. I'm also still working on the recording. My my camera's up here, but the screen is down. So this is tricky. Okay. I am going to read some Reddit ghost stories. I have been reading these for a while, and they're not all, most of them actually aren't Pacific Northwest based, but I think that they are fun. So I'm going to read some ghost stories. So I have my phone, and I have a fun background. This is obviously not what my house looks like. So let's get started. From UOK_moment_3853. My childhood house was insanely haunted. In my late teens/early 20s, I was a strong atheist and stopped believing in ghosts. I had lived out of home for about 10 years. I used to wave away what happened with tricks of the light, people wanting supernatural things to happen. There would be some rational explanation. Until it hit me. I have lived in 7 places since we sold my family home, and nothing has ever happened elsewhere. Nowhere near. Not even the small things, like going into a kitchen and all the cupboard doors being opened, or getting calls from the house phone to my grandma's mobile, despite no one being in the kitchen where the landline was. I know spoofing was a thing even back then, but it was the actual number, and we knew no one into that stuff. The amount of shit that happened is insane. From voices, electrical items messing up, to seeing items fly by themselves, to full-blown apparitions. Millions of stories, but 2 stand out. Layout of the house. On the right side, open plan living/dining area, semi-open kitchen. On the left, in the middle of the living and dining area, there's a hallway. Immediately on the left, stairs downstairs/grandpa's living area. Next on the right, bedroom 1. In corner of the hallway, master bedroom. After turning the corner to the left, 3rd bedroom, straight ahead, toilet, to the right, bathroom. I'm going to insert that based on verbiage, this user is from the United Kingdom. Or somewhere around there. Okay, back to the story. Incident 1. It was about 7 p.m. Grandpa had gone to bed. My siblings and I were in the lounge room. My grandma was in the kitchen. Mom was getting angry because she couldn't find her nasal spray. I retreat to my room. I changed my mind and decided to try to help Mom find her nasal spray. So at this point, I'm at the doorway of the bedroom 1. Mom is at the start of the hallway. No one was further down the hallway. My mom yells, "Someone must know where my nasal spray is. Give it to me." And from the direction of the end of the hallway, the nasal spray flies through the air, hits Mom, and bounces back down the hallway. I exclaim, "The hell was that?" And Mom looks at me and says, "You saw that, right?" No one was down that end of the hallway. I saw it fly down the hallway. Incident 2. This probably happened about 12 years later. Nan and Mom were out. We had someone sleep over, so the spare mattress was standing up in the hallway. My grandpa asked my sister to take it downstairs. I watched my sister take it down, because we had a gate on the stairs, so I closed the gate for her. Then all ended up talking in the kitchen for a bit, and then my grandpa goes to return downstairs, and us kids went off to do our own thing. And when we walked towards the hallway, the mattress was back in the hallway. We stopped and looked at each other. I said, "I saw, sister, take it down." My grandpa did not want to talk about it. Me and my siblings refused to be alone for the rest of the day. This one absolutely broke my brain for the next few weeks, to be honest. I had a sick feeling whenever I thought about it. So follow up. This is the same user. Someone commented and asked, "Tell us about the full-blown apparition." Not nasal spray flying through the air, mattresses magically appearing. Let's talk about the full-blown apparition. So, same user response. A little boy, about hip height to me now. I am 5'6". Pale skin, blonde hair, wearing either pale shorts and a blue button-up or a pair of overalls. Would mainly be seen running down the hallway or down the stairs. Was always running, but like how children tend to run around, especially when they are playing. Had multiple people who hadn't been told about it report it. He was slightly similar to how my brother looked. Not much, just pale, blue-eyed, with blonde hair. And I can remember a relative visiting once on school holidays and asking if Mom's boy had stayed home from daycare. Nan replied, "No. Why?" And they said, "Oh, I could have sworn I saw him running down the hallway." Also, a few times, balls started rolling by themselves. And another time, as I was walking down the stairs, I could hear something outside, and I thought someone was in our backyard bouncing a ball. And as I walked down the stairs, I could see out the window into the little entertaining area that my basketball was bouncing by itself. And I always attributed that to him. Almost gave you a sense of wonder. Our dogs seemingly could see him too, wagging their tail and other playful behaviors. His presence was the one that scared me the least, and people seemed much less shook by him. People seemed to either accept it or brush it away and move on without being really affected. There seemed to be a real warmth. We think he was connected to the old farmhouse next door. A kid had died in the 1800s in there. Downstairs, the granny flat was where my great-grandfather lived, and I saw his rocking chair rocking. But I never saw him, but I had heard a few people say they saw him. His presence was kind of spooky, but not bad. Kind of like you would feel watched and get a little spooked out, but also giggle about it. But then there was another presence that we mostly felt in the garage area. That was intense and felt really, really bad. For the most part, that one was just a vibe, but that's what scared me the most. It was very, very dark and oppressive.